All right, let's hit the gas and dive into F124, specifically all the updates that have dropped.
Yeah, some really interesting stuff.
Big time, yeah. So we've got, we're looking at IGN's review and also the patch notes, right, from EA Sports.
Yeah, we're going to get down and dirty.
Yeah, so this is going to be your one-stop shop to figure out if F124 is something that you should add to your collection.
You know, what's really interesting is, like, these updates, they didn't just kind of, like, change some numbers around.
Right.
These are some serious changes.
Yeah, deep in the game.
Yeah, the handling, the career progression, even the visuals.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about something I know a lot of people have been really excited about, this driver career mode.
Yeah.
It seems like it's getting, like, universally praised.
Yeah. I think what sets this mode apart is that it's really focused on your journey as a driver.
Okay.
Like, it removes all the team management stuff you had in, like, my team mode.
Right.
So it allows you to just completely immerse yourself in the world of, like, an F1 superstar.
So you're not worried about, like, board meetings and budgets and stuff.
Exactly.
You're just focused on the driving.
It's all about, like, honing your skills, building a reputation, and, like, going through those intense rivalries that you get on the track.
Love that.
And IGN's review specifically mentioned they loved the long-term satisfaction of, like, developing your driver over multiple seasons.
So almost like an RPG element?
Yeah.
Where you're, like, you know, building this legacy.
Exactly.
Instead of just winning races, you're crafting something.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of crafting, let's move on to something that maybe feels a little less fully formed, and that is the mid-race objectives.
Yeah, the infamous mid-race objectives.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. The idea of these dynamic challenges is exciting.
Yeah.
But the execution just seems to be falling a bit flat.
Right.
IGN pointed out that the objectives can often feel arbitrary.
Yeah.
And, like, they lack context within, you know, the actual race situation.
Like, it's telling you to, you know, conserve fuel when you're in first place with plenty left.
Exactly. Or, like,
hello, I'm trying to win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a missed opportunity to create these really engaging moments that could make each race feel unique and unpredictable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something that got me really excited.
Okay.
Which is the updated handling model.
Yeah.
IGN called it sticky and compliant, which...
Oh, love that.
Those are good words, right?
When it comes to a racing game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like they found a good balance between realism and accessibility.
They've managed to make the cars feel incredibly grippy.
Okay.
So you can push them harder into the corners, brake later.
Nice.
But you still have that sense of, like, you're on the edge.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just about making it easier.
Right.
It's about, like, how do you translate this crazy amount of downforce that these cars have into, like, a feeling?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it sounds like they did it.
Yeah. Think of it like this.
Okay.
These cars have so much downforce, it's like having 6 elephants pushing down.
Is 6 elephants worth of downforce?
Yeah, on the track.
Wow.
That's the level of grip we're talking about.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
I mean, I knew it was, like, a lot, but I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, well, while we're thinking about visuals, let's get into that. Let's talk about how the game looks, because it sounds like there have been some pretty big upgrades.
Yeah, and, you know, they didn't just, like, give it a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
They really went all out to enhance how good it looks.
Yeah.
The details are sharper. The reflections are more realistic.
Yeah.
The environments feel more alive.
And I heard that they really went all out on the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Like, they've got, you know, real-world branding
Right.
from all the casinos and stuff.
Yeah, you're driving past, like, Caesar's Palace and the MGM Grand.
That's so cool.
And they even have the sphere, like, animated.
Really?
It's wild. It's like they brought, like, a little piece of Vegas into the game.
Oh, I love that.
And the Las Vegas circuit really showcases, like, the level of detail they put into it.
Right.
It's not just about the track. It's about, like, capturing the atmosphere.
Oh, totally.
The energy of the city.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
And let's not forget about the technical side of things. Like, I was reading through the patch notes.
Yeah.
They've improved ray tracing.
Yeah, they have.
They've enhanced the tire spray effects.
Especially in wet weather. You'll notice that.
Yeah, it's all about the details, right?
Yeah.
That make it feel real.
These visual enhancements, they aren't just there to look pretty.
Right.
They really contribute to a more believable and engaging racing experience.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about the career mode. We've talked about these maybe slightly iffy mid-race objectives.
Yeah.
And then the awesome handling. and how good the game looks. But there's even more to it than that, right?
There is, yeah. There's stuff we haven't even touched on yet.
Oh, okay.
Like there's the challenge career mode, which is like a curated experience for people who want something more structured, a little bit more competitive.
Cool. And then there's, I guess, kind of the elephant in the room, or the missing elephant, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Which is no breaking point in this one. People who love that story mode, they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I think, maybe they're saving it for something later on. But, the absence of that mode does allow them to focus on the core gameplay.
Right.
Which, this is where F124 really shines.
Makes sense. Okay. Before we move on, though, let's take a quick tit stop.
Okay.
And look at these patch notes, because it seems like they really have been doing a lot of work under the hood.
Yeah.
With, bugs and little tweaks and stuff.
Yeah. The patch notes really highlight how committed they are to keep making the game better.
Right.
They've addressed issues in the career mode, they've fixed problems with the audio, and they even added support for AMD FSR3 on PC.
Nice.
So it shows they're listening to the players,
yeah,
and they're always working to, make it the best experience possible.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good to see.
It is. It is. Okay, so okay, big question then.
Yeah.
After hearing all this, is F124 worth picking up?
Well, I think it comes down to, what kind of player you are.
Right.
If you're new to the F1 games, or maybe even new to F1 in general, this is a great place to start.
Totally, yeah.
It's got a good mix of, accessibility, and then the depth is there if you want it. There's lots of, assists and tutorials if you're a beginner, but you can really get into the nitty-gritty if you want to.
Yeah, totally.
But for people who have played the older games, they've been playing for years.
The veterans.
Yeah, the veterans. It's a tougher question, right? You gotta weigh if the updates are worth it.
Yeah.
Compared to, what you already have in F123.
Yeah, yeah. Is it a big enough jump?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then there's the whole handling thing.
Yeah.
It's grippier this time.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say that makes it less realistic.
Even IGN said they couldn't say for sure how accurate it feels.
Right, because none of us are F1 drivers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they did say it's fun.
Right.
You really get that sense of speed, and you feel like you're in control.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of it.
It's like, driving a real F1 car.
Yeah.
Compared to, one of those simulators you see at an amusement park.
Exactly.
It's two different things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One is about, raw, skill.
Yeah.
And the other one is just about having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it depends what you're looking for.
Yeah. What do you want from the game?
Right.
Do you want it to be super realistic, or do you want to just, have a good time?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
And then, of course, we got to talk about how amazing it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with, all the environments and, the brands and stuff.
The real world branding.
Yeah, adds to that immersion,
Oh, yeah. Imagine driving through Vegas.
Yeah.
All the neon lights, and you're weaving between the hotels.
So cool.
It's awesome. And the ray tracing and the tire spray just make it look incredible, especially when it's raining.
Yeah.
It's tense.
Totally. So even if you're not sure about the handling, the graphics might be enough to get you to try it out.
For sure.
Yeah. And we've only talked about the main stuff.
It barely scratched the surface. There's so much in this game.
There's the career mode, there's online, the challenges.
And they're always updating it.
That's right, which is awesome.
They're constantly fixing things, making it better. It's good to see.
It really is. It shows that they care. But,
it does.
As we're kind of getting toward the end of this deep dive here, I feel like we got to leave people with something to think about.
Yeah. Okay, I got something.
Okay, hit me.
So we've talked about how the handling is more accessible now.
Right.
More forgiving.
Makes it easier to drive.
Yeah, but does that make it less of a simulation?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
yeah.
Is it less realistic because it's more fun?
It's a tough question.
It is.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's actually better this way.
Right.
More people can enjoy it without having to, master these complicated controls.
Right. It's a good point.
So that's something to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
When you're deciding if you want this game, what matters most to you?
Yeah.
Realism or just having fun?
Or maybe somewhere in between.
Exactly.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hopefully this has helped you decide.
Yeah, I think so. We covered a lot.
We did.
The career, the handling, the graphics, the challenges.
All of it.
Yeah, but ultimately, it's your call.
It is.
Whether you're a veteran or, brand new to F1.
There's always something to discover
Oh,
in these games.
yeah, for sure. All right, so that's our look at F1 24, all the updates, everything.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground there.
We did. So hopefully that's enough for you to decide if you want to pick it up.
Yeah, we talked about the good, the bad, the amazing visuals.
For sure.
The career mode, the mid-race objectives. It really comes down to, like, what do you want in a racing game?
Yeah, are you all about those 6 elephants?
6 elephants of downforce.
Of downforce, yeah.
Yeah, or are you missing breaking point?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
Yes, it is.
But, that's what's so fun about doing these deep dives. Is like, we can give you all the info, and then you get to decide.
You make the call.
Yeah. So maybe this has made you want to try F1 24.
Yeah, or maybe you're sticking with the old one.
Or maybe you're going to go try a totally different racing game.
Maybe you'll go watch some real F1.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's what we like to hear.
That's the goal.
But either way, hopefully you had fun listening.
Yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride.
Yeah. It's always fun to geek out about these games.
It is, and the updates and stuff.
Yeah.
They're always pushing the boundaries.
They really are. It's amazing how far things have come.
It is.
And yeah, like you said, maybe this will inspire someone to,
get into it.
Get into racing.
Yeah.
Or get deeper into it.
Yeah, because there's nothing quite like the thrill of,
that perfect overtake or the last-minute pit stop.
Yeah, or the drama.
The drama. Oh, yeah.
All of that.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it's in a game or in real life.
Exactly.
It's just awesome.
It is. That's why we love it.
That's why we love it. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for this deep dive.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
And until next time, keep those engines revving.
Keep racing.